Touch with Officer Dawn and Ray the DA. I am your host, Allison Beck, and today on In Touch, Officer Dawn and Ray the DA discuss Krokodil, the new meth. It's a cheap heroin substitute that causes flesh to rot from the inside out, causing the addict's skin to become scaly like a crocodile. Thank you for listening, and please join us next time.
Krokodil, and it's a cheap heroin substitute which is started in Russia.
Okay.
And it's the medical name for this is desomorphine, and it's created by mixing codeine with gasoline, paint thinner, hydrochloric acid, iodine, and something called red phosphorus. And in Russia, they estimate 3 million users. And so, now what happens is apparently this drug causes flesh to rot from the inside out. Well, think about what we're talking about here. You're mixing codeine with gasoline, paint thinner, hydrochloric acid, iodine. I mean, come on. What do you think's going to happen?
Is it a chemical reaction, or is it some kind of what is?
Well,
is
here's what it says. The drug causes flesh to rot from the inside out, and the addict's skin becomes scaly like a crocodile's. Hence the name Krokodil. Blood vessels burst, and the surrounding tissue dies. Gangrene amputations are common. Result, sometimes bones are exposed. The high from this lasts about an hour and a half, and the drug is 3 times cheaper to produce than heroin.
So this is the meth mouth. This is the version of meth mouth. Because remember, when meth came out, it didn't make a whole lot of headway telling people to stay the hell away from it. But when we started releasing pictures of what people on meth look like after a time period, then vanity kicked in, and it actually had an impact on individuals, using meth. Because like, whoa, listen, I don't mind it killing me, but I don't want to look like that.
Well, that's right.
And the photos that I'm seeing right here surely would get someone's attention there, because this is some bad stuff. You're talking having things rot off, and it looks like it's on the face too, so you can't hide it.
Well, if anybody out there that's listening to this wants to see these photographs, you need to go to LexingtonProsecutor.com or to our Facebook.
And I think you should show them to your kids.
Well, one of the things we did, if you'll recall, Officer Don, you and I got fired up about what meth does to people. It's the before and after, and then the poster we did, and then we did the meth mouth poster showing how your teeth are all rotten and falling out. And so we made those posters, and we put, I guess, 5,000 of those things around schools, and they went in schools all over Kentucky. And the idea is to do just what you said, is to cause people not to use meth because it affects your appearance. Now, one of the most effective anti-smoking campaigns ever had to do with the idea that, listen, if you smoke, your teeth will be yellow and nobody's going to want to kiss you. Well, that all of a sudden, guess what? Well, I don't want that to happen, and so people just were bagging the smoking. Of course, not enough. On the way out here, I went by the med center, and there was the guy with his IV pole standing out in front of the med center having a cigarette. So that's that. But this kind of stuff is, with the heroin taking off and people getting addicted and therefore getting desperate, who knows what this is going to be. It says it's 3 times cheaper than heroin, and they just apparently don't seem to care.
Well, heroin is certainly here. I mean, years ago, and not too long ago, there were no heroin overdose deaths in Fayette County. now there are more heroin overdose deaths than there are murders or car wreck deaths in Fayette County. Just in a matter of a couple, 3 years, we've seen the spike, and it doesn't appear to be getting any better. And to recap, we shut down the pill mills, or at least had an impact on the pill mills here in the state, which is a good thing. The side effect that people started producing heroin. It's cheaper, and they have easier access to it. But heroin is the last hoorah.
Last stop.
If you're going to do drugs, I mean that's the worst thing that people can do. Start off with marijuana, work your way to heroin, and there we are. So we'll see what comes around here. I don't think it can get any worse. But of course, just when we say that, there's this new heroin that, as you say, 3 times cheaper. And I've never seen anything like this, what you're seeing in those photos. Check them out at LexingtonProsecutor.com.